Yes, it's finally happened. Apple have announced a brand new iPad mini, which will join the iPad lineup on the 23rd of October. So in this video, we're going to take a first look at what's under the hood, all of the different specs, and whether you should consider the iPad mini as your next iPad. Let's go. Let's start with the basics. Number one, the design. You may notice that it's exactly the same design as the previous iPad mini from 2021. You've still got USB-C, you've still got that touch button for your Touch ID, and it's overall a nice looking iPad. However, under the hood, we have Apple Intelligence, which they're leading with. That's interesting. It's not actually available yet, but that's coming to a future iPad OS update. The A17 Pro chip. So this is the chip used in the iPhone 15 Pro. It's not an M series chip, and it's not the new A series chip used in the iPhone 16s, but it is the minimum chip that Apple have said that Apple Intelligence will be compatible with. And yes, the Apple Pencil Pro. So you'll be able to use that new fancy Pencil Pro that till now has only been available for your iPad Pros and iPad Airs. So that's pretty cool if you want the Pro experience in a smaller form factor. It comes in 4 colors, which we'll take a look at in a moment, and it's single-handedly awesome because that form factor is actually really good for like an e-reader style or something you can hold in one hand while you do things now with an Apple Pencil if you choose. And the important question, of course, is what will this cost me? Well, it starts at $499 for the 128 gigabyte model. Now that's good because that's up from the minimum specs of 64 gigabytes, and 128 is kind of the minimum you'll want in 2024. There's also 2 other sizes available for different prices. We'll take a look at those in a minute as well. As mentioned previously, the iPad mini has an 8.3-inch liquid retina display. It's actually a very nice display, but it's unchanged from the previous one. So if you've seen the last iPad mini, you know what to expect with this one. The 4 available colors are subtle, if not overwhelming. We've got the original space gray and silver, as well as this purple and this blue-green color. We'll find out what Apple call it when we go in and buy one. A little more about the chip that this uses, that A17 Pro chip. So you've got the 6-core CPU, the 5-core GPU. We know what to expect here because this is the exact same chip used in the iPhone 15 Pro. Keep in mind, that's not the latest iPhone chip. That's last year's Pro chip. Still more than enough bang for the iPad mini. And again, nothing super new here with the iPad Pencil Pro. We covered this when the new iPad Pros were released, the M4 models. They came with this one. This has the barrel roll, the twist, the double tap. It's got a lot of cool functionality. So it is nice that these newer iPad minis are compatible with the latest pencils, unlike what we saw with previous Pro and regular iPad models. Another advantage of the updated chip is Wi-Fi 6E. That's the latest and greatest and fastest Wi-Fi, meaning that your internet speeds and your downloads and your streaming are going to be lightning quick with this new iPad. And especially for us creative types, one of the best updates of the last few years with iPads is USB-C. Now, unlike your iPad Pro, this isn't a Thunderbolt port, it's a USB-C port. So you're not going to get those Thunderbolt connections and Thunderbolt speeds or be able to connect to Thunderbolt accessories. But USB-C, super compatible and will allow you to connect up all those devices, your storage devices, as well as audio interfaces, microphones, and all the rest. If you want to find out how to do that, great videos right here on the channel. Jump down in the description. Now, the cameras aren't really the point with an iPad mini, but you do have a front 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. So that's good if you want to set up and do your Zoom meetings and your FaceTimes and all the rest. And your back camera, again, it's 12 megapixel. It's not going to blow anyone away. You don't buy this because you want to take stunning photos, but if you've got it with you, it's a camera. It's got the True Tone flash. You're going to get some decent quality images and videos from the iPad mini. And in terms of accessories, yes, you're going to be able to use all of the standard Apple gear with your iPad mini, as well as the smart Folio cases that are launched at the same time as this new iPad. Let's go shopping. Time to spec out a new iPad mini. So these are available starting on the 23rd of October, but you can pre-order them right now. We'll choose our color. So it's space gray, purple, blue, or starlight. It's not actually silver, it's starlight. I'm going to go with the purple. I think that looks the slickest there. We've got our storage options. Here's in US dollars, $4.99 for 128, $5.99 for 256, and $7.99 for 512. For the sake of an extra $100, I would highly recommend speccing up to at least 256 gigabytes, especially if you're creating and using audio and video. It does take up a lot of space. So the more you can get, the better if your budget allows. You've got two different models. You've got the Wi-Fi model or the Wi-Fi and cellular. So if you're going to be out and about and you want to use this with a SIM card, use this with your 5G and your 4G when you're out on the go, you can go with the cellular model, or you can use Wi-Fi and, of course, tether to your phone. That's what I generally do with an iPad. I don't feel the need to have a separate SIM card to use with my iPad. And finally, engraving. I don't recommend engraving. If you ever want to resell your iPad, you don't want love your lots grandson on there, do you? Maybe you do. I don't know. You got the Apple Pencil, so it's compatible with both the Apple Pencil Pro as well as the USB-C Apple Pencil. That's the base model Apple Pencil. So yeah, let's grab ourselves an Apple Pencil with no engraving on that pencil. And if we come down to here, there's that Smart Folio. So yeah, we can grab the Smart Folio case, and again, you can match that to the color. You got a bunch of different colors there. So we'll go the light violet to match our original iPad. Hit confirm there. Lots of options here. Now, like every device, you can trade in. If you've got yourself an iPad and you're upgrading, you won't get as much as if you sold it separately, but it's super convenient. So if you want to trade in, check the trade in details there. We're going to go no. And then we've got the options down the bottom here. So where's our total amount? There it is, $787 or $65 a month. So not super duper cheap to spec out if as soon as you start adding storage and add the Folio and add the pencil, but it's a competitive iPad. And if you're after a form factor that's a little smaller, the iPad mini might be right up your alley. Oh, and that final option I hadn't selected was Apple Care. So if you're not aware of Apple Care, that's the plan that you can have, like an insurance policy with Apple. If you drop your phone or your iPad or if something happens to it, you're covered there. You get priority support. So it's up to you if you want to go with that. I'm going to go no Apple Care, and there it is. There's my final price. Now that, as I said, is available from the 23rd. You get free shipping, or you can pick it up from an Apple store. And when it arrives, what do you get in the box? Well, you get the iPad mini, you get a USB-C charge cable, and you do get that 20-watt USB-C power adapter, which will be for whatever country you're in. So that's handy because you want to be able to charge up your iPad with a higher capacity charger. If you're using your iPhone charger, it's going to take a lot longer. So it's good that at least with iPads, Apple still put a charger in the box. So what do you think? Are you considering the iPad mini for 2024? Is it a form factor that appeals to you? Are you already an iPad mini user and you're looking to update to this new model? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. The other question that you might have that I'd love your opinion on is, what does this mean for the rest of the iPad lineup in 2024? Is this the last iPad that we're going to see this year? Or do Apple have something else up their sleeve? I'd love to know what you think. Personally, I think this might be it, given that this announcement came out about the iPad mini. I think that we might be seeing more new iPads, but not till 2025. You can also head over to my gear guide. That's at studiolivetoday.com/gear if you're considering buying any gear for your home studio, whether it be an iPad or an audio interface, a microphone, or anything else. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.